Tennessee had a pretty rapid National Signing Day today. By noon, just 5 hours after they started announcing names, it was all over. Most of the decisions are done. They're going to sign a class of 21 prospects. Not as high as they wanted originally. They were hoping to sign 25 to 27, close to a full class. Instead, they're going to have some wiggle room going into the summer, so we could see some additional players added. Probably not today, but maybe in the days, weeks, or months to come. They've got some additional space for prospects if they want to. Two biggest storylines today, without a doubt. Number one, Von Bell, five-star safety who grew up in East Tennessee, grew up a Vols fan. Looked like Tennessee was in very good position for him. He ended up committing to Ohio State, which was a big surprise, although probably not as big of a surprise as it should have been. Or, you know, perhaps we should have seen that coming all along. He was very smitten with Urban Meyer in Ohio State. Basically said he felt like he had a better chance to win a championship there, that they were building good things at Ohio State, and that he wanted to be a part of it. But still a real big blow to Tennessee's recruiting class, because that was a position where at safety where he could have come in and made an impact immediately. And also just strictly from a ratings perspective, that gave Tennessee a little bit of a hit in the ratings, which a lot of people use to judge a class. Right now, Tennessee's class in the 24/7 composite is number 25 nationally, which isn't bad at all, obviously. But if you look at the SEC, they're currently number 11. And that can change as the day goes on, as they add and subtract recruits. But Tennessee's going to be probably in that 20 to 30 range in just about all of the recruiting services, and then probably in about the 8 to 11 range in the SEC in most of the recruiting services. So, you know, that's obviously not where they need to be long term, but you kind of grade this first year for Butch Jones on a curve, because he was coming in with a really small class to start with. He had to find some bodies quickly and get some commitments and you know, flip a lot of guys in order to build this class, because so many of the guys had already decided by the time he came on in December. So what were some wins for Tennessee today? Well, they actually had three of them, which, you know, despite the Von Bell news, there were three victories for Tennessee today. Two of them were kind of lower profile, three-star guys, the defensive lineman Malik Brown and Jalen Miller. Those are guys who, in Malik Brown's case, was committed to Syracuse. Tennessee came in with a late offer and flipped him. In Jalen Miller's case, he had some offers from ACC schools, but ultimately signed with Tennessee. So those were two defensive linemen at a position they needed. And then the third one was a little bit of a surprise in Josh Dobbs, who was committed to Arizona State, had been committed there for a long time. He's a four-star from suburban Atlanta, quarterback, pro style, about 6'3", really tall, kind of skinny right now, but a guy that is really someone that they are high on, and that a lot of the national recruiting analysts like. He's a pro-style quarterback, but is athletic enough to play in Butch Jones' system, and he's the second quarterback in this class, joining Riley Ferguson. So that was an area of need too, where they really wanted to get a second quarterback, and they got one. Just found out late last night and added him on signing day. So those are the wins, but I think they're probably going to be overshadowed by the one big loss in most fans' mind, and that's kind of the way recruiting works. But as Butch Jones said today, and he'll probably elaborate on it later this afternoon when we talk to him again, is it comes down to 2 to 3 years that you evaluate this class. And in Jones' second and third year at Tennessee, as you look ahead to 2014, 15, and 16, this class will be a really pivotal class. Even though it was thrown together kind of at the last minute, it's going to be an important class for him. So you can follow the rest of our recruiting coverage on Go Vols Extra, and follow me on Twitter at Tennessee Beat.